Hebrew Israelites consider themselves a cult, which means they worship something other than Jesus Christ as the Son of God, and they admit that. What else do they really focus on? One, what are idols? And you worship an idol. They believe Christmas trees are an idol, and so you worship an idol, Christians, if you have a Christmas tree in your home. Now, the problem with that is, okay, if you're going to say that, then all mixed fabrics are parts of idol worship. If you play football, well, that's pigskin. You shouldn't do so. You're sinning and taking part in idol worship. Or if you say, hey, it's Friday today. Well, just to let you know, that's connected to a type of paganism that worshiped horses. We have done away with the old law. We are living in the new covenant. Jesus Christ has fulfilled those laws, and he claimed to be the Son of God and pulled it off through his life, death, and resurrection.
It is evil and tragic that there were slaves in the United States. That is wrong. But I can promise you the Bible never says that slavery is good. In Exodus 21:16 we read, if you kidnap someone and are caught with them in your possession or are caught having sold them, you are to be put to death. Well, then what does Paul mean when he writes, slaves, obey your earthly masters? 10 to 20% of the people in the Roman Empire were slaves. Lawyers were slaves, doctors were slaves, business people were slaves. Paul was not calling for a Spartacus-like revolution against the Roman government. In the city of Rome, 25 to 45% of the population were slaves. So Paul is pointing out, you are to obey your masters and not revolt against them. But then Paul goes ahead and lays the basis for the abolition of slavery. We're all created by God. We all have equal value and dignity, and we all are to respect each other and not enslave each other. Paul writes, as Jesus taught, love each other deeply.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25 in the GNT. And all wrongdoers will be repaid for the wrong things they do, because the Most High judges everyone by the same standard. Kol Holayim La, Al-Banawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakat, Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Colossians chapter 3, verse 25 in the KJV. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. So you're not exempt, given a pass for all the wrong, the deceit, the fraud, the wickedness, the evil that you have brought forth and practice upon the earth, man. Okay, you and your nation have touched over and over and over and over again the children of Israel. You will continue to oppress, lie, belittle, okay, and amongst other things, towards the Lord's chosen people, the apple of his eye. And just because, you know, these damn devils, man, they believe if they don't say it, it has no value, it has no weight. Okay, what you say and what you profess and proclaim is all lies. It's fraud. It's not legit. It's not accredited, as y'all say in this society. It's not accountable. It holds no value. Okay, so just as well as we had to drink that cup, you're gonna drink that cup too, man. Okay, and you know the last cave gorilla talked about Exodus 21 verse 16, which we'll grab. It's clear and cutting straight to the point, and you can't go refer to Paul and try to annihilate and discredit Exodus 21 verse 16. That's not going to happen. And it's something else that they always continue to state and say, and I want to go to the definition of that real quick. So let's go to the etymology online. Let's grab that real quick. The etymology online, and let's look up the word cult. Okay, let's get the definition of the meaning of the word cult, which we have gone into so many times. Okay, so this is the etymology online, and this is cult, and this is a noun. Now listen carefully, because yes, you can say that we are a cult, and this is why. Cult, noun. It says 1610s worship, homage. Okay, so worship, homage. Okay, and what does that word? We know what worship means because that's what we do. What does homage mean? Homage goes into what? Respect. Okay, and also special honor or respect shown publicly. And that's what we do. We show respect, honor, glorification, reverence towards Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So yes, we do have a cult-like mindset. Okay, according to what I'm reading, not according to the standard of the damn devil in the society, man. So again, the word homage goes into respect, special honor, or respect shown publicly, which we do. So again, worship, homage, okay, a particular form or system of worship. Because our particular form and system of worship is the correct way to acknowledge, to again give reverence, to give honor, glory, praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because we because we do it according to the guidelines, the structure of our culture, of the Bible. Okay, we don't do it according to the way of the adversary of the damn devil who is ruling the earth right now. Okay, continuing on. Care, labor, culture, as I just stated, worship, reverence. Okay, so that's all we're doing. We're giving homage. We're giving worship, reverence to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's what the true believers, the true worshipers are going to do. They're going to worship, give homage, again, respect, special honor. Okay? Care. We're going to care about how these precepts, these words of our Bible are being broken down. They have to be broken down correctly and directly through the power and spirit words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We are defenders of the gospel, man. Okay? So nobody's gonna believe your lies, and like the beloved elder like the beloved elder Manatazakba said, these devils are hurt, and they trying to find a way out, but you can't. Okay, so let's grab a few more precepts. This is gonna be a quick one, man. It's gonna be a quick one. And Salaki, I want to see how this reads. I'm curious real quick. So let me go here real quick. I don't want to write this out. This be edifying and informative to the truths of Aki and Akwaf. So I'm going to go to Exodus 21, verse 16. And I want to see some different translations real quick. I mean, the KJV is straightforward. Okay? It's straightforward. But I'm just curious. Let me see here. Salakia. Bear with me. Yeah, let's read this in the NLT real quick. So this is Exodus 21, verse 16. It's straight to the point. This is a law. And the law is not done away with, man. Yes, we cannot perform and the law is only given to Israelites. It's not given to you goddamn heathens, man. Especially not you Edomites, man. Even though the book of Psalms, I believe chapter 51 is really talking about Israelites, you can still apply it to you wicked Edomites, man. So this is Exodus 21 verse 16, and I'm going to read this in the NLT. Kidnappers must be put to death, whether they are caught in possession of their victims or have already sold them as slaves. And guess what? You kidnapped us. You sold us as slaves, and you refused to let us go. Roughly paraphrasing, which let's just read that. Let's just read it. Let's read it, because y'all refused to let us go. And according to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai standards, you're supposed to let your slaves go and give them some value to be able to succeed further in life. Okay, so let me see here, Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 50. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives, because you took us captives, you stole us. And it was part of prophecy, part of, as y'all say, manifest destiny, as y'all say, which is true. Because the prophecies had to be brought forth. They had to come to life. But there's also a ladder end to your evil, your wickedness, man. Okay, and y'all don't consider that. Okay, so Jeremiah 50 verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So you're going to have to drink that cup. You're going to have to feel that recompense. You're going to have to be judged, man. There's no way out for you, man. It's already signed, sealed, and it's about to be delivered, man. It's going to happen. You're not going to go acquitted for your errors, or Salakia, for your wickedness, for what you took pleasure and joy in. You're not going to be given an exempt of judgment. You're not going to be given a pass. You're not going to be given no mercy. You didn't show no fucking mercy, man. You showed none, and you continue to show none, man. Okay? So let's grab this, man. Like I said, man, this is straight to the point, man. When I saw this, man, it's pissed me off, man. I'm tired of these devils, man. Because these are the same ones you Israelites want to save, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 49, and I'm going to read this in the AMP. Give me 1 second. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12. And I'm going to read this in the AMP. For thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, behold, those Israel who were not sentenced to drink the cup of wrath shall surely drink it. And we drunk that cup of wrath. Everything that wasn't supposed to happen, it happened to us, and we had to literally drink that whole cup continuously. Okay, and now we're literally at the end, where our punishment is at an end, and the Lord's remembering and bringing forth the transgressions, the sins of Babylon, man. Okay, because the Lord is not going to let you slide and get away what you have done to his children, man. Just because you believe in it, man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai makes everything to perfection, man. Because these devils, these red silverback thin-lipped cave gorillas, they really truly believe that they're going to be able to intrude and avoid and intervene with prophecy. They truly believe that they're going to be able to overcome what's written in this Bible, in our Bible, man. But it's not so, man. The Most High is playing chess while you're playing checkers, man. The Most High got you in a trick bag, and as it says in the book of, I believe, Psalms 2, the Lord shall have them in derision. He shall laugh, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Because you're a joke. You're a freaking joke. Okay? And that's why we understand, man. But, we stay in the spirit, but, every now and then you get vexed, you get infuriated, but it is what it is, man. So again, Jeremiah 49 verse 12 in the AMP. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, those Israel who were not sentenced to drink of the cup, it's like to drink the cup of wrath, shall surely drink it. And are you Edomites, you Ishmaelites, you Hamites, but mainly you damn Edomites, because you're the wicked of the earth, man. Your judgment proceeds of yourself. And as it says in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, your spirit that's lifted up in you is not right, man. You're very, very proud, man. And again, the Lord has made everything, all his creations, to perfection. He made the perfect, disgusting, vile nation, man. That's proud as ever. Continuing on. And are you to remain unpunished? You will not be acquitted and go unpunished, but you will certainly drink from the cup of wrath and judgment. So, man, it's going to happen. You can sit right here and bump your gums and say everything that you want to say and all this and all that. You've been told from generation captivity to captivity that you're not going to go unpunished. The Lord has preserved the wicked for the day of wrath, the day of judgment, and this last time, this last kingdom. And he's gonna, because he's giving you the blessing and the intellect to be so damn wicked and to bring forth your artificial intelligence, which is AI, and all the things that you have orchestrated and formulated. The Lord has given you that intelligence to do it. to make it seem like you're the mightiest nation and no one will ever prevail, ever conquer you, ever have rulership over you, etc. Because the Lord's going to show you that, excuse my language, but to be clear and blunt and straight to the point, that you ain't shit. Okay? Period, man. And again, I spoke on, it's been said over and over and over again in every captivity, every time of life that we've been on this earth, that you're not going to escape judgment. So let's get some of the accounts. So let's go to the book of 2nd Maccabees and we're going to close it out, man. Okay, you're not going to escape judgment, man. It's not going to happen. Point blank, period, man. So let's go to the book of 2nd Maccabees. I'm going to read this in 2 translations, too. We're going to start in the KJV. That's going to be in 2nd Maccabees chapter 7. Okay? But I'm going to go to the KJV first. I don't want to write this out, man. This is uplifting to you, beloved Aki and Akwaf, man. Okay? So 2nd Maccabees chapter 2. So like it's 2nd Maccabees chapter 7. And I'm going to read verses 14 to 17. So when he was ready to die, listen, he said, thus it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High, to be raised up again by him. And our nation, everybody is going to be raised back up. Especially these courageous, brave, young men that got put to death and just took it. Because they understood the promises, the covenant, everything. They understood the mindset of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. They knew that we always come back. They knew that death is not the end. They knew that. But death is the end for you. Okay? To look for hope from the Most High, to be raised up again by him. Now listen. As for thee, he was talking to Antiochus. And what was Antiochus? He was a damn Edomite. So we've always had war, trials, tribulations with our damn wicked twin brother Esau, man. Okay? For as for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection of life. So what do you think he was referring to? He was referring to that Obadiah, man. Okay, because Obadiah was already written in this time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but continuing on, verse 15. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. They looked, then he looked unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible. Okay, and this is a pure example of a corruptible nation. Because they're speaking our Bible deceitfully. Don't have the understanding of it. The Spirit damn sure ain't dwelling with them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just spewing out vomit, man. Okay? So and they have the power of over men right now because the Lord gave them that power. Okay? The Lord sets kings up. Roughly paraphrasing in the book of Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. Okay? Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt. Okay, thou doest what thou wilt. And that's the same spirit that they have today. They do what they will. They do what they want. Because they believe there's going to be no repercussions. No, they're not going to have to answer for their actions. They believe that. They truly believe that. Okay? Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High. And they believe that right now, that the Lord has forsaken you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, which make up the true biblical Israelites. They truly believe that. Verse 17. But abide a while, and behold his great power. Listen. But abide a while, and behold his great power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He will torment thee and thy seed. Woo! So what was done to us is going to be done to them. So let's grab it in the GNT real quick, because it hits even hard in the GNT. I'm just going to read it straight out. Okay, 2nd Maccabees 7, starting off at verse 14 in the GNT. But his final words were, I am glad to die at your hands, because we have the assurance. Listen to that. Because we have the assurance. He was certain and sure. There was no doubt in this young man's mind, in this young Israelite's mind, that the Most High will raise us from death. But there, okay, listen, but there will be no resurrection to life for you, Antiochus, and the Edomites, okay? When the soldiers took the fifth boy and began tormenting him, he looked the king squarely in the eye, boldly, proudly, man. No fear. Okay, no disregard. Didn't second guess it. Didn't have no, wasn't scared at all. None of that, man. You have the power to do whatever you want to us. So like, you have the power to do whatever you want with us, even though you are also a mortal man. But do not think, that the Most High has abandoned our people. Just wait. And this is with you devils, man. Listen, just wait. The Most High will use his great power to torture you and your descendants. So it's going to happen, devil. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You cannot escape and try to find a way and try to intervene or avoid the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Your ass is going into chains, and you're going to go through the same thing that we went through. Okay? So let's jump back to the KJV and let's drop down to verse 30. I'm going to read verses 30 to 35 in the KJV, same chapter, 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, Whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, because who's the main author against us? Esau, Edom, this damn devil. Okay, our way of life and everything that we go through was formulated and thought up, premeditated by this damn devil. Now that time has come to an end. Okay? Against the Hebrews shall not escape, listen, shall not escape the hands of the Most High. For we suffer because of our sins, so we suffer because of our transgressions. But you're not going to escape. We couldn't escape. Okay? And I got another precept that came to mind. I'm going to grab that too. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. So what does that mean? That means the Lord is going to bring forth vengeance. And also with Ezekiel chapter 25, verses 12 to 14. What about that? Okay. Verse 34. But thou, O godless man. So if you really believe that these people reverence, acknowledge, worship, and do what we do, they have that cult mindset, as we read earlier, the definitions of it, you a damn fool. Okay? But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause. And are they not lifted up? Are they not godless? Are they not the most wicked of the earth? Yes. Nor puffed up with uncertain hopes. Come on, man. This was written in the Maccabee, man. The Maccabee times is coming back, man. That torture, burning the Bibles and everything that happened, that's coming back way worse, man. Way worse. Okay? Nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of the Most High, even speaking against us, you're going to get judged. You know, Exodus 11 verse 7, a dog shall not lift up his tongue against Israel, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 35, for thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty, who seeth all things. Woo! Let's close it out and read it in the GNT, man. Okay, 2 Maccabees 7, starting off at verse 30 in the GNT. Before she could finish speaking, the boy said, King Antiochus, what are you waiting for? I refuse to obey your orders. I will only obey the commandments of the law which Moses gave to our ancestors. You have thought up all kinds of cruel things to do to our people. Okay, and again, these devils always, whether it be physical, spiritual, through the economy, education, all that, man. This man's the damn devil, man. Okay? But you won't escape the punishment that the Most High has in store for you. So, but you won't escape the punishment that the Most High has in store for you. It is true that our living Lord is angry with us and is making us suffer because of our sins in order to correct and discipline us, but this will last only a short while. For we still are his servants, and he will forgive us. He will forgive us. It's stated through various precepts. And if a brother's watching, post them. But you are the cruelest, listen, but you are the cruelest and most disgusting thing that ever lived. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Your paw. So don't fool yourself with illusions of greatness. Yo, man, this is self-explanatory, man. While you punish the Most High's people, there is no way for you to escape punishment. Like the beloved elder's title stamps the point. There is no way for you to escape punishment at the hands of the Almighty and all-seeing Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Now let's close out with the precept I said I was going to bring out. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. Let me see here. Con. Wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, let me see real quick. Salakia. Let me see real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, the Israelites, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more. Okay? 1,000 times more. So we get jacked up. We get, judgment expeditiously from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But the judgment, the wrath, the fury, the punishment, the vengeance that the Lord is going to give you damn Edomites and you other heathens doesn't have no comparison at all. What the Lord did to us and what he's going to do to you is small and it's child's play. What he did to us was just correction. But what he's going to do to you, man, oh man. So I don't want to wrap this out, man. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.